Hello, so today's video is I'm going to be talking to you about no poo or not washing your hair, because this is something I really want to embark on. Many of you know that I'm planning on growing out my fringe, which is why it looks so awful right now, and I've just woken up. But I've heard about no poo before. I've heard about not washing your hair, not using shampoo for a while. I've heard about other people doing it, and it's something that's interested me greatly. That's why I stopped using conditioner, because I kind of came onto the idea that you don't need these products to clean your hair. More recently, I've come across some various videos about not using shampoo, Ted Carr for one, and it just makes so much more sense to me. You don't need to be over-saturating your hair with shampoo, or even using shampoo at all, if you train your hair not to use it. And I think there are lots of ways that people do it. There are things people use like bicarbonate of soda, they use apple cider vinegar, or like natural soaps. So as you can see, my fringe is already getting greasy, and my hair, it's really hard for me to know if you can see this, because obviously I can't see, but it's already getting greasy. It's not obviously very greasy, but it's underneath especially. You can see the sort of oil producing there. Nothing obviously crazy, but I obviously don't want that, and I want to experiment. So today marks the first day that I'm gonna try no poo or no shampoo, and I'm gonna shower later with just water and wash my hair with just water, because I've done minimal research on this, minimal. I've watched a couple videos, so that's it, and I've read like one article that I found online. So I've really not done a lot of research, so I really want your advice. So anyone who's done no poo, anyone who like only washes their hair like once a week, I want anyone's advice on this, because I'm obviously a total noob to this. I love that I'm actually vlogging with my whole minimalism journey, and then with veganism and all this, because especially minimalism, veganism isn't new to me, but minimalism is new to me. This whole kind of approach, natural approach, is new to me, and kind of realizing that a lot of the things that we're sold we don't need, and the only reason we need them is because we've become accustomed to them. So shampoo being one of them, things like conditioner being another. There's various things that we're just kind of sold that we need, like even anti-aging creams, and all these sort of fancy makeups and expensive skincare. Like, we're taught that we need it, and we don't actually need it if we just take care of our diet, our lifestyle, we're healthy, and there's so many things involved there. And I'm really coming around to this idea more and more the more I look into it. And you'll find that if you go vegan, if you come onto the minimalism way of life, you start to learn a lot about consumerism and how much you're sold, and how little of it you actually need, and shampoo being one of them. So what I thought would be interesting today would be just a quick video of me showing you what I do. So I'm gonna wash my hair later on when I come home from work after my bike ride, so I'm like all sweaty and gross, I'll need a shower. So last time I showered, I didn't wash my hair, I just washed my body, and tonight I'm going to wash my hair. So I'll wash my hair but with water, and I'm going to try and massage the roots, because this is something I've learned just from the couple videos I've watched. The good thing to do is to wash your hair with water but massage the roots, so that you're kind of drawing the oils out, drawing the dirt out. And I'm going to see what it dries like, and I'm going to show you on camera what it dries like, if it's still greasy. And I guess in the future you'll just be able to see my journey, and I'll update you in vlogs and talk about it in the future, about how it's going. I'm sure that I will have lots of hard times in the future with greasy hair, and I don't know, I guess I'll just be able to tell you all about it, tell you my experience, and we'll be able to figure it out together, because so many of you have so much good advice for you. When I've asked you for help with deodorant, when I've asked you for help with anything, you always come back and give me great advice. Even in my shower routine video, loads of you are talking about what you do with your hair. So like co-washing is another thing that's interesting to me, so washing your hair with conditioner. Maybe that's something that I need to do to transition. There are loads and loads of different things that I find so fascinating, and also I'm interested to see how it will affect the curliness of my hair, because someone also commented on my shower routine saying try not brushing your hair after the shower and you'll find that it will go curlier, because as you can see, and you see in my videos, I do have curly hair, but when I sleep on it, and as it gets greasier, obviously this is very greasy, I think, for 3 days. And it seems to be, it's not just greasy at the roots, but it's greasy all the way down the hair, which is not good. So yeah, you can see that it's so much flattened, and it's like, you know, it's just like heavy, the curls have fallen out. Okay, so I'll see you when I get home. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. It was really, really weird cleaning my hair without shampoo. I'm so used to it lathering up, but I don't know, I just washed it and massaged it over and over and over, because I wanted to make sure I got any of the dirt out. I don't know how to do this. Maybe I should have researched more before I did this. The aim here is just so I don't have to wash my hair as often, because I'm washing my hair every couple of days now, every other day. And I would just like to get it down to once a week with like a really natural shampoo bar. That would be my ideal zone. And I'm gonna take it out, brush it, and I'll tell you what it's like when I brush it, if it's any different, and also when it dries, if it looks greasy and stuff, and we'll see, I guess. Right, so let's try brushing it, see if it's the same. It feels how it normally does when I brush my hair after the shower. It doesn't feel any more tangly or anything like that. The only thing I'm noticing is I can see a bit of dandruff at the front. Yeah, so I guess I'll show you when it's dried if it's any different, because it seems set the same now. But we'll see, we'll see. So here it is midway through drying. It's looking quite normal. Okay, so I've come outside because inside it's so dark that you can't see anything. My hair's nearly dry, it's not totally dry. I'm noticing that while it doesn't look greasy at all when you look at it just from the front here, it does look greasy if I run my fingers through it. So if I do that, like, that looks quite greasy. But I am totally aware that there is like that period of time, I think it's about like a month or two, where your hair has to sort of regain its oil. It just has to adapt basically, because it's used to producing a lot of oil because you're using shampoo, so it takes time to sort of adjust to not produce that oil anymore. So I'm actually not hating how it is now. Like, it feels a bit heavy on my head, and it definitely doesn't feel dry. I don't think it's completely dry, but it's nearly dry. But it does feel very heavy underneath here. But I just think that that's kind of, I guess, what I've got to deal with. But it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought I would wash my hair and it would be like super greasy and horrible. But I don't know. Maybe you can see a lot better. Take note that my hair is slightly damp still. I'll definitely do an update in tomorrow's vlog about how it's looking tomorrow, and I guess you can see it every single day in my vlogs, and I'll talk about it in the future. But it's definitely not as bad as I thought it would be. I think that the approach that I'm going to take is I'm not going to do any of the stuff like baking soda, because I think that baking soda is something a lot of people have problems with. But I'm just going to wash my hair with water, and then once a week use my Lush shampoo, and I'm going to order another shampoo. I'm going to do a little bit more research, but I'm going to order another shampoo that's like super natural, and maybe do more research on what sorts of shampoos and what people look out for when they're doing the no poo method. Yeah, I'm going to try and like limit it to once a week, because at the minute I'm washing my hair. So say if I wash my hair on Monday, I then wash it on Wednesday, I then wash it on Friday, and then Sunday. So that's like, what, 3 or 4 times a week essentially, which is far too often. So my ideal would be to be washing my hair with water, or showering and like rinsing it with water, and washing it with soap, with some kind of shampoo bar once a week, and then doing sort of, you know, apple cider vinegar or any sort of conditioning every now and then, not every single time. But I think that's totally doable, because this is not too bad, I don't think. Like, I can go, and I think that what a lot of people do is they leave their hair without washing it with water, and they get annoyed that the hair gets greasy. But I think it's important to shower and try and wash your hair with water, so that this, it doesn't, like before I washed it, it was looking quite greasy and disgusting on top, whereas now the grease seems to have slid further down. So it's like the top of my hair, as you can see, looks very clean, and then it's more like the undersides and like maybe this far down on my hair that it's greasy. So yeah, I think that that's helped washing it with water. So that's what I'm going to do every day, or every other day probably, and see how it goes. But this is interesting. I definitely don't think that anyone would be able to notice if they were looking at me. Yeah, I'm definitely willing to experiment, and I'm sure I'll have ups and downs and times when I'll cave and just wash my hair with shampoo, but we'll see. Be sure to give me all of your advice in the comments below if you have done the no poo method, or if you know more about this, because I'm a total newbie. Let me know any of your thoughts. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.